guys, welcome to day 3 of online learning. Good morning, happy Thursday. We have one more day until the quarter ends. I am so excited and hopefully you are too. So today I am going to start off by going over 2 stops that yesterday in office hours we had a lot of questions. So I'm going to do that first and then we'll move on from there. Alright. So the first stop that I am going to go over is stop number 7. So I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to go ahead and take your worksheets out. And yes, I am on the floor because I had no idea how else to do this. I'm doing it through my iPad today. That's the only thing that would stay, and it's at this level. So go ahead. I hope you have your paper out. We're looking at stop number 7. Also, you guys already have it on your canvas, so you guys want to open that up. I'm just going to go over it super quick, just because we did go over it, but super briefly when we talked about translations. So the first one has a y equals absolute value of x plus 3. So right here, what I wanted you guys to know, well, first of all, what is like the parent graph of a absolute value? The parent graph looks like a V. So this is where it starts. Sorry. That's where it starts, right? So now this 3, when it's outside the absolute value, just means you're gonna go up 3 units. Right? So now what that looks like is once it's translated up 3 units, your new graph is going to look like this. 3 units up, 1, 2, 3. And it's translated up 3 units, okay? So now if we go ahead and look at the next one, which is minus 3 units. So if we just change this to a negative, and if before it was a positive and then we went up, now this means when it's negative, we're going down 3 units. So now instead of your graph going up 3 units, is actually going to 3, down 3 units, and your graph stays exactly the same. Okay, the parent graph stays the same. The only thing that changes is its translation, either going up or going down. Okay, so that's for positive and negative units when it's outside the absolute value. So now I'm gonna go ahead and erase this. If we go to the next one, the next one is y equals absolute value of x plus 3. Close absolute value. So now here, we still have our parent function, which is always going to look like this. But now this inside, this 3, and if it's positive, this is telling us we're going to move it to the left 3 units. The reason why that happens is if we were to take this out of the absolute value, x plus 3, and make it equal to 0, our x would actually be negative 3. So the way I like to think about this, I associate negative with left and then positive with right. The same way when we moved it up and down. When it was positive, we went up, and when it was negative, we went down. So here, it's inside the absolute value and it's positive, so we're going to move it to the left 3 units. So for my parent function, we move it over. So now if we look at our last one, and if we change this to a negative, right, and this turns into a negative, that means this becomes positive. So instead of moving it to the left 3 units, now we are moving it to the right 3 units. Okay, so that's what stop number 7, translations with absolute value graph, means. Hope this kind of helped a little bit. I explained it in office hours, pero not everybody's there. I'm like, let me do it on the video. Okay? All right, I hope this helps. Okay, and then the last one that I'm going to go over is Stop number 6, actually, the one that starts with a distance versus time graph, and it's curved line 1 and curved line 2. So I'm just going to explain what I mean by that. So we know that curve means it's either accelerating, so speeding up, or decelerating, speeding down. That's all I wanted you guys to do for curve number 1 and curve number 2, line 2. So it does not matter what order, right? So for the first one, we would say that if we start here and we go up, that means it is accelerating, right? That means it started off slow and then out of nowhere it went fast and moved up. So that's acceleration, so or speeding up. And then the other one, curve number 2, look a little like this. Alright, so instead of acceleration, it's the opposite, so deceleration. I hope I'm spelling this right. If not, sorry. Or slowing down. Alright, so that's what I meant by the 2 different curves. So these were the 2 stops that many students were asking me yesterday to help on. If you guys have any other ones, please let me know. I can definitely put in a video. But again, it's on here, and I already gave you guys access. So go check it out and see what else you guys may need help on. Okay, great. So now, other than that, I am now going to tell you what you're doing for today. So now that you guys have like all the formulas and you guys have an idea of what each concept looks like and sounds like, now you're going to practice. So there's about, I think, 20 practice problems on the document. So please, please, please go back on Canvas. It's all on there. The first, the do now, it's the answer key to this. And then the second part of it is your review questions, okay? So you guys are gonna do that. Again, it should not take longer than 60 minutes, all of this. And if it is, put yourself a timer because I know it can get overwhelming. But it's day 3 of online learning. You guys are doing amazing. So continue the great work. Let me see if I have anything else. Again, my office hours are at 2. You guys have been having great questions, so keep doing that. And don't forget to take breaks. Take care of yourselves. That's super important. Super quick story. The other day, I FaceTimed my mom. And I showed her the videos that I am making, and she's like, "Oh, el otro día sí te peinaste, and now en este no." So now I'm like, let me do my hair just for my mom. So make sure you're getting up every morning and like doing your hair and do the same routine like if you were going to school. Okay? If you guys have any questions, let me know. Again, my office hours are at 2. Don't forget.